What's up, ladies and gents? You are listening to Miss the Bus, and this is episode 17. That's right, 17 of the weekly show, which is our weekly podcast that we record to talk about all the big movie, video game, TV news.
Nice.
I don't know about that. But yeah, it's our podcast where we talk about all the big stuff that dropped throughout the week that we are into. If you like what we do, you can subscribe on iTunes. We're on Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, not Spotify. Why, Matt?
Because the big man won't email us back. So fuck him. Everybody go to his house, pitchforks, everything you got.
Yeah, fuck
Every
that
week
man.
we're going to bring this up.
And then we are on Twitter and Instagram at Miss the Bus Pod and Facebook on Miss the Bus. So if you search Miss the Bus on any of those things, you will find us. We will be there. And the weekly show is not your premium source of video game, television, and movie news, but gosh darn.
Oh, a darn. You threw a darn in
Gosh
there.
darn, we're going to try. And so the first part of the show is the big meat, our big topics that we bring and all talk about.
Slap it on the grill.
There you
Fire
go.
it up.
Barbie it up.
Before we get into that big meat, I am Tyler, and I'm joined by Bailey, Omar, Matt. Say hi.
Hey.
I would be here today.
Today.
I was mocking you, Tyler. Also, I'm glad we've officially called this the big meat.
Yeah.
I think that's
I told you I love it. I want to
that's
keep
a
it like that.
fucking perfect move for this.
For sure.
It's like a steak, you know? Nice
Yeah,
nice
nice
and
big
meaty. and
prime.
So yeah,
rare.
we're gonna get into the big meat, and I elect Omar to go first. What's your topic?
My topic. Okay, so this week, I'm sure you guys have seen, we got some updates from Matt Reeves about the Batman.
Effectively
So-
making my whole argument last week. You
Yeah,
saw this.
the
Which-
whole rant that Matt went on
He must have
last
listened
week.
to this
Which I'll be
podcast.
I
honest,
think he did.
I'm fucking glad. I'm glad that
fuck yeah.
these updates came when they did. So pretty much, yeah, he said, within 2 weeks, he's already working on a rough draft for the script.
Damn, like a little paper.
Yeah, I mean, hey, who knows?
You think he got all the bad, negative reaction? I don't even know if there was negative reaction, but you think he was like, oh, okay,
No,
I'm
I'm
going to
sure
start
there
working
was.
on it now. I'm
I'm
going to
sure
show
there
you
was.
guys.
There was a lot of reactions on Twitter because
Good.
I was reading after we recorded actually last week, and it was mixed reviews for the most part. But yeah, I mean, nobody wanted to see like a younger Batman.
Yeah, I feel like that's not even just like an isolated thing. I think a lot of people are just like, they don't even want to see an origin story anymore.
no,
Yeah,
fuck
I'm
no,
pretty
yeah.
sure that's
so,
what it is.
So no, I'm glad the updates came. We know Affleck is in some way. Affleck.
Shout out.
Affleck.
You did say Affleck.
Yeah, I know. I just noticed he's in some way. He's in some way
He's
involved.
like involved in the project.
He's involved.
He has to be.
Yeah, but
it's
we're not sure.
fucking, like sideline producer. Watch.
But Matt Reeves has
I'll
not
just
has
run
not
the
said in what
camera.
way, so we
I'll
don't
just
know
stand
that
here.
yet. But and then when asked about Robin, he said he cannot talk about that either.
Did he say
So-
fuck Robin?
Wow. No, he did not say
God.
that. But so I mean, yeah, not really too much news besides the fact that it's not year one, it's not an origin story. I'm fucking glad.
The thing is, I could have figured this. Matt Reeves is a smart director, and I'm sure he doesn't want to do that.
No, I mean, I've got faith in Matt Reeves. I'm really excited to see. I mean, do you guys think we're gonna have any news within 2 weeks about this rough
Nope.
draft?
Not 2 weeks. No. I think it was like they
I mean, do you
needed
think
to.
anything's gonna surface?
I
Like,
think
anything?
it was more
No.
like they needed to announce that this wasn't going to be an origin
I
story,
think
and that's it.
I think it got
Like,
bad. It got bad publicity last week, so they were straight up just like, okay, start working on a rough draft. And rough draft's gonna take them like a year to make.
Yeah, like I think it was more just like getting it out there. People got some type of.
Well, he
like,
said he's gonna have a rough draft
ground
ready in 2
to
weeks because I mean he's
stand
already
on.
working on it.
Well,
so.
no, I don't. I'm not saying like it won't be within the next couple months, but I don't think it'll be anytime within like the next
Yeah,
2 months
who knows?
at least.
We'll see. But
The thing is, whoever ends up being Batman, I think Matt Reeves' movie will be very good, just because
I do too.
how
Yeah,
great he is.
and the thing is, he said that in some way it's not necessarily that it's gonna be in the same universe, but it will tie in. So
Yeah.
whichever way he chooses. Like I said, I've
What
got
does
faith
that
in him.
mean though? if
Wait,
it's
how
not-
did it tie in?
We don't know.
I don't know. That's
Oh,
the
why
thing.
Why do they play these games?
Well, okay,
with
okay.
us?
It's not. So he said it might, and it might not be.
See, and then that's where we go back
And
to
if
the
it's
whole
not-
like no straight answer. It's
Right,
just
but
like,
here's the thing: if it's not, I don't know how, but in some way it's going to tie in with the current universe. I don't know.
I personally, I wish it wouldn't.
Yeah, but I mean,
I
what
definitely
what could
don't
that
want it
mean?
to.
It
Though?
will. It will.
I
Yep.
just don't want it to. I just feel like it would. I think that's gonna.
It's not even
the
that
way
I-
they're the same thing they're doing with the Joaquin Phoenix stuff. Like the Joker, how it's just gonna be separate. It should be like that. Like it should
Well,
be like
see,
this
it's not
one
that I
amazing
don't want
movie.
it or I want it. I'm interested to see how they're gonna.
I think he could fix things. That's why I think I'm kind of.
Yeah.
That's the
See,
thing.
I think
Okay.
it'll just
I think
muddle it more.
That's the thing. He could come in and he could make something that's like, oh, the DCU's not actually that bad. But then whoever comes in next and makes whatever the next movie is going to be like, oh, this is back to what it was before. Like, I don't think he's going to set the path straight and then it's going to keep going
think
down.
I don't
that.
think he will do
I think he could come in and like
continuity-wise, I feel like it
make
could mess
right.
up a
I think he could
lot.
make a good Batman movie that exists in this universe. I don't doubt him that he could do that. I just think it's not going to turn. It's not going to turn the ship around, if that makes sense.
We'll see.
That's just me continuing to hate, but.
But we have some good news about it, at least.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
that we're not getting
Some
yet
hope.
another origin story.
Right. So, which I don't think anybody wanted.
So Matt's whole rant was answered. The prayer was
Fucking
answered.
useless
There you go.
episode.
Wow. Just throw it out.
Yeah, that's all I have though from that.
Cool. All right. Bailey, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
What was that?
So,
Cool.
I think he like.
Like I was like kind of sighing, but like not really. I don't know.
All
It
right.
was like a fish.
Well, I'm
No.
bringing it back to more depression, which is the James. I figured I might as well just keep talking about James Gunn because I've been like trying to stay on top of that for like the past 3 weeks. And at first, so in the beginning of the week, I was really excited when I wanted to talk about this because there was like rumors going around that Disney was going to be meeting with James Gunn and that they were potentially going to hire him or considering hiring him back. And so for about a day, it seemed a little promising. Like a day or two, I was like, man, there's like a huge, especially ever since the cast came out with that whole letter and they all signed it saying that they wanted to rehire him and that it was just more of like a family thing and they all wanted to stick together. And this is, I feel like the first time I've ever seen anything like that happen with a cast to where like somebody who was a part of the movie got fired for something like this and then the whole cast stood up behind him and made a letter and signed it and everything because a lot of times people want to stay far away from these kind of things, which makes sense because
Right.
it ruins careers.
Yeah.
But I really did think that this was going to be like the turning point and that Disney was actually considering it. But
Yeah, I
turns
don't
out
know.
they were just like, no, we just wanted to completely play with your hearts.
Well, no, I mean,
and
I
your
was
souls
I was
and then
hoping they
rip
would.
it out from you.
Right, I was hoping that they would, but I mean, you've got to think about it too. It would look bad for them if they did rehire him because I mean, I don't know.
Would it though? At this point?
Here's
I
the
don't
thing.
know.
It
I think it
shows.
would.
If they rehire him, it definitely admits that they made a mistake, right?
Trigger
Right.
people either way.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like
I-
at this point, that there's no middle ground anymore. Like,
Yeah.
it either they're gonna lose a lot because of this, or they're gonna lose a lot to do. Like if they went either way. I personally, I don't think like Disney knows they messed up regardless.
It's a
so I feel
fucked up
like
situation either way.
right, and I just feel like Disney, with the amount of power they have, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
how much.
an influence or whatever.
Right, how much they can do with these movies. I
Yeah.
just feel like if they would have hired him back, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal.
I don't think it would have
I think
either.
people would have gotten over it within like 2 weeks.
60% of the population that goes and sees movies wouldn't even know.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
true.
I feel like this whole situation has just been a roller coaster ride, and I was
It's just
not
like-
prepared for it to end
Yeah.
this way.
If they hired him back, people like it's not like people would boycott the movie. There would be some, sure, but people are still going to go see it. Just like
But-
people see
Right.
other fucked up movies
Right.
And that's the
buy
thing.
music from stupid, annoying people. Like it,
That's the thing.
I don't know.
I feel like there's just no reason as to why like James couldn't have come back on this movie.
James.
I mean,
Oh, James.
Again, I've researched a lot of this. I get really bored at work, and I've been
Right.
really wanting this
No, I
to
get it,
happen.
yeah.
Just because Guardians
thought it
2
was,
I love
honestly.
Guardians 2 so much.
Well, okay, so he went in and had a meeting with Disney, right?
And they pretty, yeah. And
So-
it's, again, I don't even think it's actually official that Disney is saying they're not
No, it's
rehiring
not.
him,
There's-
but it's like pretty much like, no, we're
Somebody
not
was
going to do it.
said.
Well, because somebody came out and was like that he's going to be sitting down and having a meeting, and then like that night it was like it looks like Disney's not going to rehire
Yeah.
him. So I don't know who like the source is and where they get this stuff from.
But at this point, it's like it seems like it's already starting to fade at this
Yeah.
point. So if Disney's just gonna, if it's fading out of the
that's
spotlight,
thing.
then Disney's
the
gonna just
second
stick with it.
the second that people stop making noise about it, it will
Exactly.
Disney will be like, okay, we can get.
And
through
I
this.
think that's why I think the cast doing that letter really made it to where Disney was like, all right, we got to do something and make
Yeah.
it seem like
And-
we're trying to come to a solution.
So
but
that's
then,
the thing, and because I have a lot of respect for Chris Pratt and a lot of the people in the cast. So like
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
hope that they came out with that letter or whatever. Hopefully that's not the end of it. Then if they do feel this strongly about it,
Right, but
they're
that's
entitled
the
to their own
thing.
opinions too. And if things change, that's fine. But if they really do think like, oh, we should fight for James Gunn, then that letter was like a big step. But then if they keep pushing Disney, that's the thing.
Well,
if it
it's like
fades
if
out,
they
then it's
all-
gone.
If they all, which I know they're not going to, said that they weren't going to film the third movie if it
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
with James Gunn, then like they would obviously have ground to stand on, and he would be either rehired or they'd
Right.
figure something else out. But they're not going to do that. If they
Right.
were going to do that, they would have already done it.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I think this is just the end of it.
Yeah,
I think it's
seems
already
like-
started fading within the past like 2 days.
Which
so because
sucks,
of that,
It's a real bummer, honestly,
Yeah.
because I got excited about this
I
too.
got so
was like,
excited.
oh, maybe.
I remember
things are
I read
changing.
that on Twitter that Disney was meeting with James Gunn, and I like immediately got so excited about it. So I just was happy, and then
I really do wonder
got
what was said
torn
in that
from me.
meeting, though. You just, I don't know.
He probably walked into a room, all his tweets were
Fuck
up
you
on a
guys.
board.
Oh God, that'd be the worst.
it's like a PowerPoint.
Explain yourself right now, Jesus.
But yeah, so that's all I really had to talk about. I just was upset, and I figured I'd finish up on my James Gunn rant. So there it is.
Very, very controversial topic. Another controversial topic next, Matt.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm just gonna go over the month of July, the awful month of July that Moviepass had.
Oh, poor
The
things.
sad month for anybody that had Moviepass. I'm sorry. Basically, just to recap, if you're a Moviepass user, you know at the beginning of July they started their surge pricing thing. My problem with this from the get-go was the way they kind of like brought it to people. They tried to make it seem like, and obviously nobody thought this, but the way they emailed it out, it was like, this is a new feature of MoviePass, surge price. I'm going to charge you extra money to see
I have
movies."
something to say about the surge pricing
Good.
before.
No, say it.
No, I was just gonna say. So I switched to the A list or whatever, and
Congrats.
the AMC A list, and what made me switch was I was gonna switch anyway, but last Sunday I was like, I'm gonna use MoviePass one more time for blind
Fucking go out
spotting
in glory.
because with AMC you can only see 3 for the week, and there's a lot of stuff out that I want to see right now, so I was like, you know what, I'll try and use MoviePass one more time, and I'll try and see 3 movies with AMC this week, whatever. And I went to go see this movie called Blind Spotting, which is not a popular movie. It's not going to make tons of money at all. And the surge pricing
They
for
surge you?
on a Sunday night. Well, I did. This is what made me say
Oh,
fuck it,
okay.
and I didn't use MoviePass. It was $8.
Jesus.
The surge pricing?
Yep, $8.
I didn't even know it could go that high.
Yeah, it can.
Me
And
neither.
that's the other problem. They said it was going to range from like $3 to $5, and then people
But-
online are
and
reporting like,
that
"Oh,
was
it's
the
charging
thing.
me $8."
If
to see
it was
this movie.
$3, I was fine with paying that for that night because I was
Right.
going to switch over and I would have been able to see 4 movies for the week.
I got you.
And so I was going to pay the 3, but when I saw 8, I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not even condoning."
So
it.
wait, so did you end up seeing it that night with A-list?
Yeah, that was the night that
Okay.
I signed up for.
And
it.
so when you got in the theater, was it crowded?
No,
Jeez.
there was like 5 people,
Okay.
including myself.
So which is ridiculous, and I think
Yeah.
so MoviePass tried to say like it's based on like an aggregate of like over the country.
Yeah.
Like they'll be
Yeah.
like, okay, so in New York it's very popular, so it just carries over to we're in New Orleans, obviously. So that's their excuse for like, oh, if you show up in a theater and nobody's there and you had to pay for it, it's because somewhere it's surging, and that's a stupid excuse.
I mean,
that's a very stupid excuse.
Blind Spotting is a little indie movie that not many
Right, so
people are
that's
gonna
why
see.
I'm confused
So-
by.
so
I
they-
guess they're pretty much just lying.
Well, here's the thing. So they introduced surge pricing. Obviously, they're trying to make money back. That's whatever. So they had to do it. It's not going over well. So that was the big thing that first started off people. Some people understood, some people didn't. Then we hit last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever Mission Impossible came out.
That was bad.
And
yeah.
people, here's the thing, no communication on this whatsoever. People show up to go see the movie, they can't see it. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think that you couldn't see anything that night. Wasn't it just the money wasn't loading
Yeah,
onto
it,
your
that
card?
whole
They ran
night
out
it
of
was
money.
like
Yeah, they ran out of money.
completely out.
Yeah.
So on the night of Mission Impossible coming out, so people are literally like, okay, I'm at the theater, I can't buy my ticket, whatever.
Yeah.
They come out the next day, they say something along the lines of, we had to switch a loan with these people and they transferred money to us and everything's going to be good now. People still can't see Mission Impossible for whatever reason. Just blacked out. Just weird. Saturday night, after this, it happens again. You can't get money on your card, whatever. So it's down basically the rest of the weekend. And then we hit the next week. And I think that's when we finally find out what's going on with MoviePass when they send an email out to all their subscribers. So all of us got it. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's kind of lengthy, but just the gist of it, the way it starts. Dear MoviePass members, first and foremost, I want to personally apologize to each of you for the inconsistencies and unreliability of our service over the past few days. Additionally, I regret our lack of proactive communication with you during this time. We are working hard to improve the communications in our community moving forward. Over the last several days, we've begun making changes to our service that will help us continue to offer our members a high-value, low-cost in-theater experience. They go on to say, we believe that the company we have built, the fastest-growing subscription company in history with more than 3 million members, has revolutionized the movie industry in the U.S. The first half of 2018 saw the total box office grow by almost 10% compared to last year, and we know MoviePass is responsible for a significant portion of that unprecedented growth. In order to continue growing our service and maintaining a high level of financial discipline, we need to make some modifications. And those are, we must reduce availability for big new release titles such as Mission Impossible and other popular new releases. Showtimes that are offered through our service will also vary from day to day, and every showtime may not be available. And then the third one is, while our customer service team has made great strides as of late, we still have a long way to go to provide the most responsive customer service experience for you. In the meantime, access to immediate support may become limited. So that whole chat feature they had in there, they basically shut down too, or it's not going to always be up. That's the way they worded this thing, is that like, because people always had issues with that, right? You would email them or you would chat them and they wouldn't respond. Right?
You know what's
Yeah, it
weird?
fucking
You know what
sucked,
they were
dude.
the most responsive on? Fucking Twitter.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
I messaged them on Twitter and they responded like within the hour.
But doesn't that make the most sense at this point? Just because Twitter
I guess.
can
Right.
control so much.
And here's the thing though, this whole weekend that I'm talking about, that last weekend, they were completely radio silent. If you go on Moviepass's Twitter, you're like, oh, I wonder what they're saying. Like,
Yeah,
they
they
did
weren't
tweet
saying
something out
anything.
like we're having issues, but they weren't like constant updating, tweeting back at people, anything like that. It was just like, and that's what he started off this email saying basically. Is like, sorry for our lack of communication. And then it doesn't really go into, because I mean the big takeaway from this is they've decided all that stuff, and then they're also raising their price to $15 a month. So now this whole debate between like Moviepass and AMC Stubs list, it was like 10 versus 20. Now it's 15 versus 20.
well, that's the
So,
thing. I
Is
feel
it
like
even a
that just
benefit
screwed
anymore?
them even
So
more.
you get a movie every day, but you don't know what movies it's going to be. That's
Right.
basically what they're saying. Is like, yeah, you might get new releases at some point, but you don't really know. It's like you're gonna have to get on the app every morning
like
and
a fucking
see.
game.
Yeah, seriously. And here's my thing. This was unsustainable from the beginning, right? But
And
if
that's
it had
why
started
none of
off
this
as
really
this,
pisses me off
if
that
it had
much.
started off as this,
Exactly.
we all would have gotten it. We all would have been on board still.
Exactly.
If it was just basically like a roulette of like, hey, this thing costs $10 a month. You're gonna wake up. You can check it. The movie you want to see might be on it. It might not. But you only have to pay $10 a month to use it every day. We'd all do it, and just be like, okay, cool. And so it comes to this thing again when we've talked about this before. Like, they changed the industry. Was it worth it? Was it not? I don't know. If this was their plan from the beginning to just like pressure movie theaters
I think it
and
was
then
worth it
crash
for
and
us.
burn.
It's worth it for us,
Yeah,
but not for the
but
creators.
that's the thing.
I
If,
mean,
if they were trying to
They were
actually
hanging
run a
on by a
successful
thread.
company and they did have a real business plan they thought would be successful, I that's incomprehensible.
There's
to
no
me.
way. They lost
Because
so much
They
money.
lost so much money. I mean, literally, they did that reverse stock split last week. If you had Moviepass stock, I'm so sorry. I
Yeah.
don't know what's wrong with you or why you would do that.
Yeah.
But it had gotten down to the point where it was about to go underneath $1, and they were going to take it off the stock exchange if it got too much lower than $1. So they did a reverse split, which, without getting into like technical stuff, was basically like if you had a certain amount, it's like basically one stock turned into like what used to be multiple stocks, right? Am I explaining that right?
It's the other way around.
That's a stock split. Isn't a reverse split
Reverse split would be the other way around.
where one
The price of the share raises.
right, but isn't it like you're
If you have like 10 shares, you'll go to having one share at a certain price.
oh right. Okay, you're right. That's what they did. Okay,
you,
and so basically, yeah, I don't even know if you could hear Mary, but just because Angela didn't fix our fifth mic. Fuck you.
while he plays his Switch in the corner.
Okay, so yeah, if you had a bunch of shares, it would like actually turn into one share. And it basically got it back up to $25. So you're like, okay, this is fine. And then within the next few days, that like extended stock was at 25 had already dropped down to almost below $1. So whatever the stock was before was probably at pennies. And it's just like, again, sorry if you had Moviepass stock. But yeah, so the company's just crashing and burning. And
This was like
so
their
I just-
last ditch effort
Yeah,
to,
it was.
to
So-
turn it to $15 and then hope that people try and stay on. But the fact that all these theaters are coming out with their own plans,
I mean, no, it's
completely
over for them.
screwed
It's
them.
over.
So here's it was like over the weekend. It was very much like, is it over? Is this the end of Moviepass? Like, is it
It's
going to
over.
turn into anything? Like, are they even going to come back? And so they released this email or whatever, and they changed their models or whatever. So they are coming. They are still there, and people are
They're
going to
still
keep
trying.
it. But it definitely is at that point of crashing and burning that they're going to lose a bunch of subscribers. I mean, I think their whole thing from the get go was like, to be profitable, we need to reach 5 million. They were at like 3 million, and so. I don't know what their game plan is now. So they probably need less to be profitable, but they're going to lose a big chunk because everybody at this table, I'm pretty sure now, has discontinued their.
Yeah, I mean-
and that's the 4 of us plus our 2. Like everybody here, there's fucking 6 of us.
Really?
There are 6
that
of
was
us.
hard for
Watch
you.
the first episode, you'll know.
But so we all have canceled ours, and I can assure you, there's a bunch of other people that have too. And so
I'm pretty sure most of us canceled it on like the same day, so I can't even imagine how many them seeing how many people are canceling it.
And again, for me, I have talked a lot of shit about Moviepass in the last few weeks, and it's not that I'm not appreciative of what Moviepass did, and I think I've said this before too. Like, I love what they did, and like we all said from the beginning, it's gonna be a fun ride, and when it's over, it's over. So it's over.
I'm pretty
But-
I'm pretty sure in the beginning of all of this, we all were like, all right, this is gonna be like a good year
Yeah, and
of
that's
like
what we
us
got.
getting movies, and it's I think it's almost been like.
And so that's why, like, when I
exact
step
year.
away from all this and look back at Moviepass, it's not like with my middle finger in the air saying "fuck you, Moviepass." It's just like
They
this
fucked
is too
up.
much. Like this isn't what I was paying for anymore, and so I'm out. I still appreciate what they did and everything else, and I've just moved on to
It's
like
just hard.
AMC's version of it now. And I think again, I really do hope that this wasn't supposed to be a successful business model, and it was literally just like let's
To
shake
start
up the
something.
industry, and they did it. And with that even more. Then it's like, dude, mad respect.
Well-
But it's just if it was anything other than that, then you should have taken some business classes at UNO.
I feel like it sucks because like I want to care more about MoviePass failing, but since I have AMC A-list, I don't care that much just
Right.
because I'm getting exactly what I want still.
And, yeah,
so
and
it's
it-
like again appreciative, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like just fade out.
It does
at this
suck because
point.
it is like
It
as
makes me
consumers,
very sad.
right? As consumers, we really do just want to keep getting the best deal, and so it is very easy to just be like, okay, fuck that, leave it behind, and we're going on. So, and that's what most people will do. But I think it is important to just have like an appreciation for what they did over this last year. And I mean, they literally forced AMC's hand. That's the reason why AMC has this stub list thing, which we think is so great now, is because of
Of them.
MoviePass.
Well,
so you owe something to them.
I wish they would have realized too that y'all keep looking up, but there's
I
a
look- I
wasp
looked
in
'cause
our
I
ceiling.
looked 'cause Omar looked.
There's a
Yeah,
wasp
just-
on our
I keep
ceiling,
looking every
and
now
they
and
keep
then.
looking, and it's making me so paranoid.
We were already starting this episode late, and then we found a wasp up on the ceiling. And Bailey and Mary's apartment that we record at, they have these vaulted ceilings, so it's like literally nobody could get anywhere near this thing if they tried. So
And we
we
get
just
to
have to
just
hope
live in
that
it.
it stays there and doesn't attack us during this episode or attack
Or, like,
them in their
ever.
sleep
Yeah.
and do something to
I don't want, but yeah. Either way, I'm appreciative of MoviePass for sure, and you'd think that they would have had the thought in mind that eventually movie theaters are going to come up with ideas to
Right.
try and run them out of business. I guess they didn't think that far ahead, but
I'm sure
whatever.
they knew it was gonna happen. It's just like had they started with like 15 or even 20, dude, and had like I don't know, just a plan of what they were gonna do.
Right.
It would have been fine. But you started $9.99.
That's the thing.
And
You
then
make
you
it
changed
so-
it up on us.
you
I
make
mean,
it so
eventually,
easy
yeah,
for somebody to come in
inevitably.
and-
And
yeah,
we're all
you're gonna lose.
cheap. We all want to keep
Right.
like if you give us the option for $10, I mean, we're not going to
Once you
want
put it-
something more than
Once
that.
you put it in somebody's head that you can pay $10 a month for 31 movies.
Unlimited
We were spoiled.
movies?
We were
It's just
spoiled, and then
literally
they
like
took that
that's
away
what
from
you
us.
want.
So,
Right,
yeah, so we
exactly.
fucking
So,
left.
but that's what I was
happened.
saying. If they had started the service at even $25
Dude.
for a movie, I don't know, maybe not.
I
a
would
movie
have
a
paid.
week.
I would
That's
have
the
paid
thing.
up to
I
$30
would've paid that.
With movie prices
Yeah.
the way they were, yeah, people would have done
Easily.
that.
Yeah.
So because you still, if you go see a movie a week, you're saving like 2 tickets you're getting for free basically. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it does very much seem like it wasn't
Yeah.
ever going to be a successul business model.
All
So
I'll
who
say
knows?
is MoviePass made me. I mean, I already loved movies before, but because of MoviePass, I mean, I think I counted. I saw like 50 something.
it made them just way
That's
more
crazy.
accessible to
Yes.
people.
That was the thing.
It made me so much more into movies than I already am. So I mean, at the end of the day, like I am sad for them.
Yeah, I remember we were like all excited when it first came out.
I was
And,
hype as fuck.
yeah.
It sounds like we're talking about like at a funeral or something.
We
It was
basically
a good
are.
time, but R.I.P.
Yeah.
I mean, anyways.
But yeah, so that's what I brought this week. Rest in peace, MoviePass. This was your funeral.
All right, y'all ready for mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end the big meat on
Was
a-
it Star Wars?
It is.
Let's go.
Kind of on a lighter topic. This is something that when I saw it, it kind of it made me a little emotional. It probably made all of us emotional. So J.J. Abrams joined Twitter and Instagram and all that this past week, and he put out a tweet. This was 2 days ago, and he said, "Bittersweet starting this next chapter without Carrie, but thanks to an extraordinary cast and crew, we are ready to go. Grateful for Ryan Johnson and special thanks to George Lucas for creating this incredible world and beginning a story of which we are all lucky to be a part of. #9." And he put a picture. It looks like camera equipment.
A very blue camera.
Yeah, it's,
One of the camera's not blue, but he's got that blue.
it's camera equipment. It says 7 and it
blue
says
hue.
I like that it says 7 and 9 on
Yeah,
it because it's like those are his. And then you can see John Boyega in the background. And then what really made me emotional was Ryan Johnson replied with a Han gif of Han just saluting,
Oh,
saluting
yeah,
him.
yeah.
And I was like, God damn it, I fucking love this. I love Star Wars, and I love that they're. I don't know. I just love that JJ put that out there and,
I think-
and thanked him.
Well, the fact that it was like his first and only tweet on his Twitter, and
Yeah.
it was pretty much just him being like, "We're closing it up. We're bringing this home.
Here we go.
It's gonna be the end." And that just already makes you so emotional because you know this is gonna be the last Like we talked about this last week. That was the last
one.
We know this is going to be it for Skywalkers.
Fucking
in
ignoramus.
general. So,
Yeah, I don't know. And I know I bring these stupid Star Wars stories every week. And I remember like about a month ago, I said I was never going to talk about Star Wars again. But
you did.
it's stuff like this, man.
Was that when Solo came out?
I think it was.
No,
Yeah, it was stuff after that when people were just like overreacting about Star Wars being dead and all that kind of crap. But then I see stuff like this and I'm like, man, I don't know. This just makes me really happy and it excites me all over again. Like you get me way back in more in than I already was.
Right.
I don't know. It's just cool.
You bring me back in.
They know how to reel you back in. That's the thing. They're good fishers.
Right.
Get it?
Oh yeah, very.
All right.
They
I'm
do.
sorry.
And I don't know. And there's always been a lot of talk about
Fishers of men.
Oh god.
There's always been a lot of talk too about how Ryan Johnson didn't
The
really
Jesus quote for you.
A Jesus quote.
There's always
Oh my God. Matt's trying to quote the freaking Bible over here.
Jesus said it, so.
Yeah, no, thank you. There.
I will make you fish him. I'm not going to quote you. Or pretend to be Jesus.
Oh God, I just like cough laughed. I'm so sorry.
That's like the staple of like every episode. There's like a wheeze, like a.
I don't know
Like a-
when I started just wheezing. I don't smoke or anything, so I don't know why.
Oh, really?
I don't.
Maybe
so I
you
don't
do.
know why this is happening to me.
Maybe
Maybe we
you-
have mold somewhere in this
Uh-oh.
apartment.
Asbestos.
We do.
Yeah, on our vents, look. I noticed it the other day.
Do
Welcome to episode 17, the moldy vents.
what do we do? Do we just bleach
The
it?
investigation of the apartment.
Do we put bleach on that? You think?
I don't fucking know. I don't know what you do to me. I think you move out.
All right. I don't think
likely.
that's what we're gonna do. Anyway,
The fucking mold plus the wasp up there. I don't think this place is
I don't know
livable
what's
anymore.
happening. We're falling apart.
But yeah, that was my topic. I was very happy about Ryan and JJ's little Twitter interaction. Made me very happy and it made me very excited. All right, so now we're gonna get to the extras for movies. There was a new Venom trailer this week. What did you guys think? Y'all really liked
Okay,
it.
Oh
right?
so-
my
that
god,
turd joke.
dude.
The thing is, the turd joke. I know everybody makes fun of it, but the way he it rolled into what he was
Oh
saying.
yeah, the way it rolled.
He probably said it in the most
said that on
acceptable way
purpose.
that he could.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, turd jokes never. Anything that has the word turd in it usually never works in anything. But the way he said it, it for some reason was okay. Like, it
'Cause it's
didn't
Tom.
make me cringe.
It's a Tom Hardy.
But it was Venom at the time, so you're not like seeing Tom Hardy.
I guess.
So
I didn't even hear the turd joke.
yeah,
'cause
I know.
didn't
I remember
either.
you saying
I
that.
I just watched it at work and I had a headphone on or whatever, but I didn't. I
The
guess I
thing
didn't hear
is,
it.
okay, so in the very beginning of the trailer, I thought he sounded like he was talking really slow for some reason, but then I watched it like 3 more times because I have a problem where I watch trailers a lot, and it just makes more sense as to you see that he's not trying really hard to put a Brooklyn accent on it, but like he is putting a Brooklyn accent on it. So whenever you think of people that talk that are like from Brooklyn, sorry if you have any listeners that are from Brooklyn, and I'm completely
Sorry to you for being from Brooklyn.
I don't mean it like that. I'm just
We
saying
apologize.
it's what they do. Like they just have that twang on their voice, so it makes
I
sense.
think-
Twang.
That's a word.
I don't have a problem with really the way he's talking. It's a little odd, but what I think is weird is his sentences sound like they're all pasted together. Like it doesn't sound like
I
it's,
do get that because I like the way he
and that's
talks.
why I think it sounds weird.
It does. It sounds like they edited clips together,
Yeah.
which I think that
But they
happens
do
in
that
movie
in
shows
so
a
many
lot.
They do.
trailers.
But
Sure.
I guess in this trailer, it's very noticeable that
Yeah.
they've just edited different pieces together. But I don't know. Again, that could just be for some reason they were going.
I
for
do
that.
think that this trailer was better than the first one, and they
Yeah, I do
also
too.
introduced.
It hypes you up.
They introduced Riot in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
So
well,
that's
I don't know
fucking
if y'all
cool.
saw the theories about it. I know we're not going to talk about this too long, but the theories of Riot becoming Carnage in the movie, which would be pretty freaking dope. I love that.
I still
Yeah.
love that.
I'm just really excited about this movie.
Yeah, same here. I mean-
and I love Tom Hardy. Tommy
Exactly.
Boy.
Yeah. I don't know. His trailer really, really hyped me up. We haven't seen what's his face yet though.
Go ahead, throw it out there, Holland.
No, not Holland. What's his name?
Why they wouldn't
Holland,
show
where
him?
are
He
you?
was in Solo.
Oh, Beckett. I mean, fucking
Woody
Harrelson.
Harrelson.
Yeah, we still haven't
Fucking- I
seen
said
him.
fucking
Beckett.
I was thinking
Jesus.
maybe we'd see him in this trailer or something. I don't know, but
No, I feel like they're not gonna.
You're sick in the head that you think of him as. I guess we said Solo. Never mind.
yeah.
I mean,
But still,
Okay.
I would have not thought of like Beckett.
for reference, my brother had a kid this week. He named him Beckett.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
That's
I
actually
think
kinda
that's
cool.
one of the reasons.
Mary,
Mary,
stop.
come on.
Please
Every
stop.
time
What'd you
Mary
do?
will comment Mary will comment on our Instagram and be like, "When are we doing Insanity together?"
We're never doing insanity. We're never doing insanity.
It's just like
So it's meant to be.
It's just this ongoing
God.
thing. So we're all gonna do Insanity together.
I would love to do
We're
Insanity
gonna
together.
at your house. We're gonna move the couch.
Let's fucking do it. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna live stream
That'd be
Insanity.
the worst.
We're gonna look
So
out
all
for
of
that.
you-
Our first.
While we're doing
our
that,
first
that
actual
fucking
YouTube
wasp
video.
is gonna
It's
come
gonna
right
be
for
us
you.
doing Insanity with freaking
gonna be
Sean
karma.
T. I'm ready for that.
I'm so ready for
All
that.
right.
All I want to say about the Venom trailer is I don't think it's. And I told you this when I saw it that day. I couldn't decide with myself if I thought it was good or if I thought it was bad, but there was just something off about it to me, and I'm worried. There is something off to me.
I think it's supposed to feel off.
Yeah.
Do you remember that first teaser,
yeah.
which was just very like?
That's the thing. I feel like everything, and we're talking about this way too long, but like it's all scenes. It's all scenes of him on a bike or in a lab, or
I
just
hate
throw,
those
or
scenes,
just throwing
The
honestly.
bike
people.
fucking sucks. Get
It
on
No,
just
I'm
it
not
just
into
it
that.
just seems
The
like
second trailer didn't have as much.
I don't know. It just seems like he's just running around.
But
Maybe he isn't
that's
really.
I don't know,
It could-
man.
I mean,
I don't
I
know.
think it's gonna be enjoyable.
And like I said, I always defend superhero movies that aren't received the best, so it's
Right.
not like this like fucks my
Yeah,
mind
yeah.
for it, but like there's just something off about it to me. I don't know.
Yeah,
yeah, I
right.
get that.
We'll
I
see,
definitely
we'll
get that.
We'll worry about it.
And it comes out October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Halloween.
yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Spooky.
I like
It's got to compete with that Goosebumps movie.
Chris.
Okay.
So Avengers 4 is probably moving up a week or so. Was
Yeah.
that it?
No, here's the thing. Probably not. But did y'all know that Avengers? It comes out in April. It comes out May 3rd, I think, in the U.S.
Okay.
In 2019. But it comes out in April for like United Kingdom, France. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
Like late in April, right?
Damn.
Yeah, but it
Come
comes out
on.
like at least a week before. It could be 2 weeks. So then IMAX came out and released their schedule of movies, and it showed just as worldwide April 2019. So then it was like, oh, are they going to move it up to
Oh, that's
match?
why?
Which I think
I
that.
would hope they would.
Well, here's
honestly.
the thing. So then IMAX came out to update it. They were just like, IMAX has reaffirmed that its release schedules for worldwide debuts, meaning it doesn't necessarily reveal premiere dates for the U.S. or any other specific country. So they're basically saying, like, this doesn't mean anything. If you remember,
Cool.
though, this apparently, again, I wasn't informed, but with with Infinity War, the same thing was set to happen. It was supposed to be.
Well, yeah. You remember we
Well, yeah, I remember when it
Yeah.
moved up, but I didn't know that it only moved up in the U.S. Like, I didn't know that
Oh.
originally it was scheduled to come
I
out
do remember
a
that,
week
actually,
earlier
yeah.
in the U.K. and France and stuff, but then they moved it up because they were like, well, this is going to get spoiled for everybody in fucking America. So
And that's exact. I mean, it would.
the same, and that's
The
the thing.
same exact thing would happen in Endgame. I'm calling
So
it. Still
it's
that name.
if I had to guess, I would just say it's a matter of time before they push it up and just sync
I
up
thought
the
usually
dates.
these movies weren't released at the same time, anyways,
They
internationally.
most
normally
most
are.
movies.
Are they? Because
Yeah, I remember Jurassic World came out early in China, I think.
Well, that's the thing. It's
Yeah.
I think a
Yeah.
lot of movies come out earlier in China usually, but
Or late. Like The Last Jedi came out almost like a month late in China.
right, and in other countries, because I know like
they just can't do that with this kind of movie.
I guess, yeah, I don't know.
Marketing wise, it
I
makes
think
sense for
the
it to all
majority
come
of
out at the
movies
same
though
time.
do come out the same week because when you look at box office scores and it's like that opening weekend where it's making a shit ton of money, it's around the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah,
it's got
I
that
guess-
huge haul coming internationally and in the US where it's all
Right.
at once making it that weekend. So I think it's
Right.
just special cases
yeah.
where it comes out.
Yeah, I guess
So-
it just depends. But either way, I think that this 100% needs to all be released at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
True.
Spoilers.
Just because with this kind of movie,
Right,
with
especially-
this end game,
Exactly.
I'm gonna keep saying it because it's 100% gonna be the name.
I really hope
Avengers
it is. I like
Endgame.
that name.
I love that too.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah, so Incredibles 2 passed 1 billion, so
Fuck
props
yes.
to that.
That's awesome.
Disney released a little teaser video for Jungle Cruise, the movie, featuring Emily Blunt and The Rock.
It was
oh,
so
I actually
cute.
like that.
It
yeah.
actually was very
They had
cute.
really good chemistry.
I
Yeah.
feel like cute's the only way to describe it.
It was. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's only cute.
But yeah, that was cool. The Sandlot prequel movie is in the works.
Get that the fuck out of here.
I'm
Don't want that.
So what, are they,
aggravated with
babies?
that.
I don't know. Don't
Are
they
they-
already have 3
they
Sandlots
hooked?
anyway? And aren't the
They
other 2
do.
bad?
The,
Are they
the second
Sandlot
one,
babies?
the second one's like all right, I guess, but I don't want a prequel for this. I love the Sandlot. I don't want anything else.
Yeah,
with
we
it.
don't
Leave it
need that.
alone.
Don't touch the fucking-
Leave it
just leave it.
alone.
Black Adam is reportedly to start filming next fall. I didn't even know
Yeah.
that was a thing.
Really?
We talked about that before. You
Yeah.
stupid.
We have.
But have they ever officially announced?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The Rock.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about this like
We
more
definitely
than
talked
once.
I'm not gonna believe until DC says, "Hey, The Rock is in our movie."
Here's the
They
thing.
did.
I'm with you. Where like there's just so little that I care about at this moment about Black Adam. Like I think it'll be awesome once I see trailers for like the Rock
right,
superhero
right.
movie. But I just know like when I hear Black Adam, like we've talked about that before on this podcast.
Yeah, we definitely
Yeah.
have.
Because every time I see it, I'm just like, oh yeah, that again.
Some news came out about Ben Affleck's next movie. And surprise, surprise, it's not
Yeah.
Batman related.
Okay, I'm super excited about this though.
I am too, honestly.
Yeah, it's about Well, it's being written by the guys that wrote Deadpool,
Yeah.
and apparently it will tell the true story of how a former cop stole millions by rigging the McDonald's Monopoly game.
I
The
saw-
whole
Ben
Monopoly
Affleck, you
scam,
crazy fucker.
And it's like it's starring Matt Damon, which
Yeah,
is
right.
awesome. But I actually didn't really know much about this, and then I saw this get announced this morning, so I went and read everything about this
Who the
cop.
fuck put this was a McSting?
Who the hell do you think? Who do you think did that?
I'm gonna stay silent. All I'm saying is that this is actually kind of exciting, but at the same time, the whole movie that came out about McDonald's with Michael Keaton, the founder, or whatever it was called.
It's a good movie.
I'm sure it was, but it's just like I don't really understand the whole appeal with doing McDonald's movies. Then
I think it's just
but
more
then
like for the time, you know?
I went and read about this scam.
Oh, is
and
it
I was
interesting?
like, man, this is actually really cool. So I'm
Nice.
excited.
Did they
for
pull it off? Did they get fucking
no,
Park
apparently-
Place and Boardwalk?
I can't go too. I don't want to go too much into it because it'll take forever, and I like to tell stories. But they went. The camera crew went to go see the guy that said he had won, this like former cop, and apparently like while they were interviewing him, they were like, "This is 100% a scam." So they had to start like investigating
my
it pretty
God.
much. But it was cool. So yeah.
Well,
Very cool.
yeah.
But yeah, that's it for the movie extras. Now we're going to move on to TV. Alf is coming back to TV. Do we know what the date is on that?
No clue.
I don't know.
I know nothing about this. I just saw the headline and I was like, "Damn, that's cool."
Yeah, I saw it too. I just didn't read too much. But
It was like
I never
hide
really.
your cats
I was gonna
or
say,
something.
never watched Alf.
I didn't either.
I laugh at him when
Yeah.
it's posted everywhere.
I just know that he eats cats.
Oh,
Aliens
God.
do that.
He
the
does?
Yeah,
He eats
'cause
cats?
He eats cats,
Like
and
actual
then,
cats.
I guess, and then Alf, not Elf.
Jesus Christ, Alf.
Will Ferrell's not going around eating cats, but
God. Oh, God. That's weird.
Angela,
We don't have
get
to say
the
on it.
freaking fifth
We
mic
don't,
set up.
But I'm sure people are excited about
This came out earlier today about Daredevil, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's official. Apparently,
Yeah.
Netflix said Daredevil is coming out in 2018. So that would, assuming, would be very soon.
Yeah.
Real quick, no
It-
release
it-
date in sight for Alf.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I call that it's going to be in October.
I say November.
What, Alf?
This year?
No.
Oh, Daredevil?
No, not
I
Alf.
can,
I'm off of that.
I could see October.
Like,
for
how long does it
Daredevil.
take him to
I
make
think
that
October.
fucking
Because,
alien puppet?
Never mind, I don't know what I was going to say.
Iron Fist season 2 is going to be 10 episodes.
Thank God.
You know what? Fucking take note. Do that for all your goddamn
Yeah.
shows, Netflix. Jesus.
Nope, bring it to 8.
I was gonna say, keep chipping
4.
down that
I would
Iron
do.
Fist.
I
I'll
would
go
do
2.
8. I feel like 10 is the most they should do. 8
Yeah.
would be great though.
Oh, I see what you did there. It would be great. All right, continue.
It'd be great 8.
Um,
Green eggs and ham.
what is this,
My-
Omar? Netflix's Chilling Adventures of Sabrina gets a release date, October 26th.
Sabrina, the teenage
Oh,
witch?
okay.
Oh.
Is it like a reboot or is it like a?
It's like,
You know, Sabrina.
I know who Sabrina is.
Sabrina.
I'm kidding. I would have said too. Like, who the
Sabrina.
fuck's?
Yeah, I think the reason they're doing this, and I'm very curious to see if it ties into Riverdale at all, because you know they're
yeah.
Archie comics or whatever. So I doubt they will.
tie together, you think?
I doubt,
they could
but
just-
I mean they are in the same universe, so it'd be kind of cool. I don't know if somehow they cross
Interesting.
over. So, but yeah, I don't know. This looks cool, so I threw it on there. But yeah, all 10 episodes come out on the 26th.
I used
of
to watch
October.
Sabrina as a kid.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it still comes on ABC every now and then.
I
I
never
think so.
watched that shit.
It was a really good show.
Well, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck-
All right, so that's it for TV. We're gonna move on to video game extras. Spider-Man PS4 is officially done.
God.
It's gold. It's ready to go.
Have you guys seen the
picture?
6 minutes or whatever?
Oh no.
The
The
picture.
picture of the Insomniac tweet or whatever, where he's like sitting at the desk.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
did.
yeah,
I
that
saw
was
it.
nice too. But no, they released like 6 minutes of I don't know who the fuck was playing it.
They
Um,
suck.
No, I mean no. It's not that. I had the volume all the way down because you know, like at work I can't watch anything or I'm not supposed to, but I still do. But obviously I have the volume all the way down. So I don't know like if he was talking in the background or not.
I bet he was.
He probably was. He was probably saying like a lot of interesting shit.
No, I'm sure it wasn't.
But yeah, apparently, so I read this. So yeah, the outfits or whatever, the costumes, later in the game, you get to play with them, but every costume comes with a certain superpower. But once you unlock that superpower, you can use it with any costume.
Oh,
Really?
interesting.
Yeah, so that's fucking, it's really, really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you
We
think
were
the Iron
talking
Spider
about
one's
that.
not gonna be the fucking gold legs then? Because I can't see that coming out of.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
That'd be so cool though.
I know.
I guess
know
that was a
already-
long shot anyway, but
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows?
We've
but yeah.
been talking about how we weren't sure what was going to happen with the superpowers with each suit.
Right.
So I'm excited to hear that it's going to be
and
once you unlock it, you just have it.
Exactly.
Which is awesome.
Exactly. And you could just use it with any suit.
I'm so freaking ready for this game.
I know, dude. I'm so fucking excited. It looks so good.
Yeah, but a whole bunch of critics got to play like 3
Yeah.
or 4
Well, yeah,
hours
the
of
embargo
it.
on that released yesterday. This day's Friday, so Thursday. So they get to talk about it, and I think it's like universally like everybody expected.
Loved
Like,
it.
yeah, fucking loved it.
I just love
Fucking
Insomniac, man. I love everything that
Yeah,
they do.
really, really excited. So
Parents are hiring Fortnite coaches for their kids. I
y'all
don't even.
see
I don't
this?
even
Read
think-
that?
I
I was like,
didn't.
what the fuck?
I was
Hold on,
waiting
let me
for
read
you to
this real
explain
quick.
it.
This comes from Variety. Parents are taking their children to Fortnite coaches to improve their chance of securing a battle royale win. The Wall Street Journal reports. Parents are paying up to $20 per hour to help their kids
Jesus.
improve their skills in Fortnite, Epic Games' phenomenally successful free-to-play battle royale game.
That's fucking
hold on,
ridiculous.
hold on.
My
A
God.
little bit more explanation, which we don't need. Quote from it looks like a dad. There's pressure not just to play it, but to be really good at it. Said Allie Hicks, maybe this is a woman, who bought 4 hours of lessons for her 10-year-old son.
Oh my god!
You can imagine that was what that was like for him at school.
is this a fucking real thing? Is this really
yeah,
happening?
Oh yeah, Nick Menon, who's been
the-
playing,
It's
paying
trending on
coach
Twitter,
to
I
tutor his
think.
son
My
Noble.
God. Noble.
Shout out to
That's a
you,
good
Noble.
name.
Said the 12-year-old's gone from struggling in the game to throwing down 10 to 20 wins.
Jeez,
Thank God.
Okay, all of you that play it, put on Craigslist, make an ad, say you're a Fortnite tutor.
Well, apparently-
and then make bank.
Yeah, seriously,
Because apparently
apparently-
these parents are that. Yeah, I
what
mean
they're
this
called.
is
They're called
tutoring.
Fortnite
Apparently, it's a lot easier to play now, though, with everything they've changed about the game.
You got all
My
these
friend-
little
What do you
turds
mean?
that are gonna. Be
I haven't
here
played
now.
in a while,
Dude,
but
I thought I used to be good at Fortnite. I'm fucking
Now?
dog
Like,
shit now, and I play it
when's the
more
last
than
time
I
you
ever
played
played yesterday.
Really?
I'm still fine at it.
I suck.
I don't win a ton,
Maybe
but I'll
it's
get
because
one
I
here.
maybe it's
or
because
there.
I
played
moved
him
over to
like a
PC,
month or so,
and
I don't know.
it's just harder on there. But it's like easier
I
for me
can
to
promise
play.
you
But
that's why.
literally,
It's
I'm
fucking
playing on there, and
ridiculous,
someone
dude.
will just peek out behind a house and fucking one shot me in the head, and I'm just like, fucking great.
Yeah, that's like the problem. But I don't know. I feel like it is more. I guess it's a little easier. I mean, you can get to the circle faster with the vehicles and stuff that they added, like
Yeah.
and not die.
Oh, I
and
love
things
the
like
golf
that.
cart and-
a lot of the weapons and stuff. They added a mode where it's literally just you're on a jetpack and you have just explosives.
Oh, dude, that's fun. I played
It's
a few
so
rounds
fun.
of that. It's
I
fucking
jumped
crazy.
in a match. I got like 5 kills right off the bat, just spamming
Oh, wow.
rockets. It was so much fucking
Wait,
fun.
Mary just texted us and she said that Best Buy made this quote and it says fidget spinners, Fortnite, and flossing. Kids can't get enough of viral crazes right now.
Fuck is
What a time to
flossing?
be
Wait,
alive.
when is flossing?
Are more kids
You know what?
flossing?
Good for them. This is the one thing that's gonna benefit them in the long run.
No, fucker. I know what flossing is. I don't know why kids are what are they? They're flossing more now. They're posting videos of themselves.
Wait, is flossing
Flossing?
not flossing?
It's probably not.
What's
Like-
flossing?
Oh,
mean?
what's flossing? Never mind. Take back. What is it?
Come on.
It's the fuck this topic.
We
Let's
sound
move
stupid.
on. Let's move on to the next one.
No, kids floss.
No, I
Kids,
don't-
like,
no.
I
actual
100%
flossing.
was like supporting, like, yeah, dude, like they're
Take care of those
flossing. That's
teeth.
awesome.
The two big. The two big games for PS4 that were announced for PS Plus this month are Mafia 3 and Dead by Daylight. That's pretty cool. I haven't played either of those.
Dead by Daylight's supposed to be pretty good. So
Yeah, and Mafia 3, I never wanted to pay for that game, so here we go. Yeah, so Horizon Zero Dawn is getting a board game.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's
yeah, and it takes place after the original game, so it is it's a sequel.
that's stupid. I mean, that game's gonna get a Horizon 2 in a few
I know.
years.
Just thought that was funny.
That is funny. All right, so that's it for video games. We have one other extra. It's about a Justice League mustache.
And
I don't-
Matt
about
wants
a
to
Justice
read
League
it.
mustache.
Oh wait, hold on.
You legit were like, I want to read this.
For some reason, I thought I put that on the Fortnite one.
It's under others.
Yeah, I see it. Hold on, let me click on the thing. All right, so I'm just gonna read real quick what actually happened with the the director of Mission Impossible Fallout. Everybody knows the whole thing about like how the Henry Cavill had his mustache for Mission Impossible, and then Justice League had reshoots, and so they had to bring him back while he was filming Mission Impossible, and so obviously Superman doesn't have a mustache in Justice League. So the fucking Joss Whedon or whatever like reached out to them or whatever, and so this is just real quick. The director of Mission Impossible, what's his name?
Chris McQuarrie.
Chris McQuarrie. Okay, so he goes, when the question came, the reshoots of Justice League came out, Roven called me and said, we need your help and we need to shave Henry's mustache. We need him to come back and we need to do those reshoots. And I said, look, Chuck, naturally I want to do everything I can to help you, but I also have to think about our production. Let me talk to everybody and figure out what the scheduling would be. And I went and spoke to the Mission Impossible producer, Jake Myers, and the suggestion was made through channels that we shave the mustache, and Henry could begin to grow the mustache back, and that then they would give us the resources to digitally fill in Henry's mustache. Because, like it or not, a fake mustache in close up on a 75mm lens is never going to look like anything but a fake mustache. So we offered the following compromise. Jake Myers calculated the amount of money that it would take to replace the number of shots, and essentially what Jake was able to project was about $3 million visual effects budget. So they were going to take the $3 million, let Henry shave, and go off to be Man of Steel again for a bit, and pause filming on Fallout. They were just going to shut down.
My God.
Until Paramount basically stepped in and was like, "What? No."
Not only that, but they already had to put a halt on filming because of Tom Cruise's injury too.
I don't believe that that you don't have a good enough prosthetics department to make a realistic looking mustache. I don't fucking believe
I mean, on their
that.
cameras though, I guess it makes
look,
sense.
Chuck. Like
The fact that they're like, look, Chuck, all
my
right.
God.
Like there's so many good makeup artists and costume designers, you can't come
Yeah.
up with a real looking mustache. There's no technology to do that.
All right, look, Tyler. All I'm saying,
I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a fucking second. That was
Nah,
Paramount
that's
being like, no, fuck you, DC.
Well, that's literally what it sounded
Dude.
like. It's just funny that they were like, "Look, we'll shut down. We'll shave his mustache. We'll give him to you. We'll shut down." And then Paramount literally goes in and they're just like, "What's going on? What are you people even talking about? There's no way we're doing this."
I mean, as cool as it looked, like you guys need to understand his facial hair
it didn't
affects the
change
fucking movie
anything.
in no way.
Have you seen, where he like reloads his fist?
Oh,
or
yeah,
whatever?
I
His
saw
beard
that.
And
grows
his beard
back.
just
Yeah.
fucking
His
grows.
beard,
What
his
is up
beard
with that?
grows
And a
back,
pocket.
and a pocket.
Yeah,
of
his
what the
shirt.
fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You haven't seen that? Look it up
Whenever-
after. Okay, so
It's different from the trailer?
No. Just if you look at just that part where he does
Here, I'm
that, if
gonna
you look
pull
at
it
it
up.
closely as like a GIF that just keeps repeating,
Mm-hmm.
if you look at his face when he does this, literally when his second arm goes down, his beard just fucking
It like grows
grows.
In a
Thicker.
pocket. A
It
pocket
grows
appears
and he
on his
grows a
shirt.
pocket. It's just that was always
Why?
there. Nobody knows.
Is that in the movie?
Yeah.
It's just it's so quick that you don't notice it when it's in the movie.
Why
but
is
then
it like
everybody
that?
like pinpointed it.
I don't know.
I guess it's just they were filmed. They probably mashed
The
together
way
a
they-
bunch
Oh,
of different
Yeah, I got you.
scenes of them filming that, and
makes
then
sense.
It's probably that or like the lighting or something.
Either
It's
way,
weird. But
look.
it's very weird looking.
I just want to start all my sentences. I'm
That's
like,
funny.
all right, look.
Look, Chuck, we want to shave
Chuck,
his
we
mustache.
wanna
We really
do
do,
it.
but Paramount's up our ass.
All right, we're going to move on to the honorable mentions. This is the part of the show where we each talk about something or some things that we've been watching, playing, listening, reading, touching, and beyond. Is that really the tagline? Touching?
Yeah.
Most people skip it, but I'm glad you
pretty
read
sure
it.
I skipped it.
Touching and beyond, and tell you how we feel about them. All right, so we have a couple shared ones. We saw Teen Titans Go and Christopher Robin. What did you people think about that?
We're gonna start Teen Titans.
Do Teen
I
Titans,
say.
sure.
All right, Teen Titans Go to the movies.
Go.
When they said they were making this, because I was never a big fan of the original Teen Titans. I loved the Teen Titans Go. I was
Classic.
like, whatever. I watched a few episodes. I'm like, this isn't for me. They're making a movie. I'm like, this is probably not gonna be good. Actually got really good reviews. We went to go see it Tuesday, and it was hilarious.
It was very
It was
enjoyable.
really funny. It was extremely clever. A lot of people online are comparing it to pandas are making a comeback. We love Legends, the giant panda. Oh, pandas are no longer endangered species. Why'd you show me that just now?
Congrats, pandas.
Big news.
Congrats to Pan. That is really
We're
cool.
really
though.
happy for you
That is really
guys.
cool. I can't even remember what I was. Okay.
It was the fact that like
People are saying like this is just like Deadpool for kids, and I definitely get that. It's very like a self-aware movie where it's just making fun of superhero movies, but also just references all kinds of just pop culture stuff, and it was really
if
really
you
fun.
were like super into superhero movies and you've seen a lot of them, it's like this just highlights so many aspects that you love and make fun of, but you're making fun of it in like a good way.
Did y'all notice that they even had Watchmen stuff in it? Did y'all see like the poster when they were in the
Oh,
movie
yeah,
theater?
I did.
There was like a poster. It was called for like a movie. It was called like What's Up Doc or something, and it was like Dr.
really?
Manhattan.
They
is
had
blue,
that, and then
they
there
had
was
a Night Owl. Didn't
there was
they?
a that and a Batman vs Superman one, but it was
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what it said.
Well, then they
but I remember
directly
seeing
referenced
it.
Batman v Superman too, which is
Oh,
I was
hilarious.
waiting for it.
But not only that, they even went as far back as like saying something from Smallville or like bringing
Yeah.
up Smallville, which was crazy.
It was like
to
a
me.
lot of really cool
But-
nods to superhero stuff in
and
general, and then just
it was
other.
genuinely funny.
It was.
So I
It
super
was funny.
enjoyed
I
it.
was laughing at stuff that I feel like I shouldn't have been laughing at.
Right.
But it was more because of the way the characters moved and
Right.
shit.
know what
The
I
animation
also-
was really it's got the same animation as the Cartoon Network show, and it's just
Right.
it's that goofy kid kind of animation, but some of it was really funny. And so we're not sitting here saying that like there's not fart jokes and there's not like little kid humor in this too,
Right.
because there definitely is.
Yeah.
But I think if you're an adult that's like a fan of any kind of superhero stuff and you're caught up on any of the MCU or DC movies or anything, you'll get something out of this movie, and it's really really funny.
I will say though that this movie, certain aspects of it ended up being a lot darker than I thought they would be.
I retweeted that the other day. I'm sorry. You need to stop, man.
Angela's just passing memes around the table, but yeah, it's certain aspects of the movie. I guess because it's a kids movie, you don't think they're gonna highlight stuff about death, but they bring in a lot of
God.
stuff where you're just like, holy shit, like this is kind
There's
of dark.
like actually some kind of dark stuff
but
in
it's
it,
like
again
funny
for a
dark.
kids movie.
It's like dark
Yeah.
humor, so it works. But so yeah, I think we all really enjoyed that movie.
We did.
I know the theater knew we enjoyed that movie because I think we were like laughing the loudest.
I know, it was like a sold out theater filled with like kids on summer vacation, and we were probably the ones like cracking up laughing and making the most noise.
And for Christopher Robin, so I'm just going to read off. As it stands right now on Rotten Tomatoes, it is at a critic score of 67,
Okay.
and it is at an audience score of 93.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah.
That
So-
makes sense. That honestly
I
makes
was
sense.
very shocked because when we saw this movie, the thing is, it's not what I'll say about it is it an incredible movie that changes and does crazy things for like the storytelling of Winnie the Pooh? No, but is it a very heartwarming movie that teaches some lessons and puts a smile on your face when you're going to leave? Like,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I don't like I read the IGN review and I was like very just like
What'd they give it?
a fucking
4.
4.
Jesus.
And
and,
all
like-
it said was, "Oh bother."
I don't know, and like.
I did see
I
that.
get everyone's obviously entitled to their own opinions, but I feel like if you're being hard on a Winnie the Pooh movie, it's kind of just like, what's wrong
Dude,
with you?
Like, calm down with you.
because I
fucking
thought
critic.
I thought this was a very sweet, enjoyable movie.
I
Me
mean,
too.
it definitely like for family aspects. I feel like bringing your kids to a movie that's about a father that realizes he needs to be more of a father is always going to be better. Like people are going to relate to that, which is why the audience score is so much higher. But I feel like the way Ewan McGregor was acting throughout the whole movie, like it all worked really well. So I can see why critics have their issues with it because it's not exactly like this super fast pace. Like it kind of gets drawn out in certain aspects,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's still very lighthearted, and there's so little lighthearted movies
Yeah.
nowadays that it's like
All-
it's refreshing to have
All
that
the
every now
humor
and
with
then.
all the characters was perfect too.
I thought so too. I think critics looked. Here's the thing where I think critics got
It's
detracted
the
was
business,
probably
the businessman side of
Yeah,
it.
Mm-hmm.
which and so there was a part where I was thinking I don't know why this popped into my head, but when he was sitting on the train, this isn't even really spoilers, but he's doing some work. He's sitting next to Winnie the Pooh and he's doing some work, and I'm thinking like, all right, his job is to cut costs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he's just sitting there. Saying like, oh, 14%, not good enough. Like, what's he actually sitting there doing? Like,
Yeah.
is he working on fucking like spreadsheets and fucking calculating shit? Like, probably not. And they're not making it seem
Well,
like
and-
it. But
and-
do
yeah.
you think he should be?
The-
Do you
Well, I
really
don't
think
think
he
This
should
that's
be?
the
is the
point,
complaint.
though.
The complaint that people had is that his family's getting mad at him for being at his job a lot. That's revealed in
Right.
the trailer.
Yeah.
But his job essentially is to save other people's jobs. So in a way, he's doing nothing wrong.
Right.
But that's just like a critique on society in general. Because it's like, for example, I relate to that because it's like, my dad works constantly,
Right.
and my mom gives him shit for it all the time. But it's just like it's just
No.
It's just a
And-
part of
and
life.
That's
the
what
thing.
people do.
They literally do
Yeah.
that. That's a real thing. And
I
it's
think
like,
it's more of like you need to find some type of middle ground, and then
Right.
that's the whole process of this movie was highlighting the fact that he
Yeah.
was trying to find a part to where he could save these people's jobs, be a part of his job, but also
Yeah.
still be a father and be a husband and be
It's-
able to do that and be happy at the same time. Which in the end, spoilers. I'm sorry if you haven't seen this movie, but I guess okay, I'm not going to spoil
The
it.
movie-
Maybe he completely screws
the
up.
movie
We don't
just
know,
teaches
but-
you to slow down.
And
Yeah.
but the thing is, it's like people are just looking too much into it. It's supposed to just be this lighthearted movie
Yeah,
that
and
everybody's supposed to enjoy.
But here's the
and
thing,
see these
so-
characters that they loved when they
Right.
were younger, kind
But-
of thing.
So I think when we say people, though, I think we mostly mean like IGN giving it a 4 seems
It's-
absurd
I-
because
IGN,
I
yeah.
honestly think so. It's at 67 on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it belongs somewhere around there.
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't
my
say
personal
it's like an
review would
amazing
probably
movie.
more
Metacritic's
like
at
a,
like a 59.
Okay, so that is a little bit low. But so
Yeah.
like if I had to rate it, I'd probably say like a 7.5 or an 8.
Yeah,
so
and
on Rotten
I
Tomatoes,
got-
something like that. But I know
See,
that it's not.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a solid 7.
Yeah.
But I think at this point, it's like IGN. No offense to you guys, because we love y'all, but I mean, y'all score stuff so high
That's
sometimes,
what-
and
that's
it's like
what's
the fact
weird
that
about
this was scored at a 4.
Yeah,
like it
just-
was legitimate. They said it was bad, and it's just like I don't think this movie was bad. In
That's
any
when I
sense.
think you're missing they're missing
Right.
the point of it. Is just basically.
I
Like,
got worried last night when I saw that some of the reviews were low, and I was like, man. So I went on YouTube and I just started watching other people's reviews, and most people generally enjoyed it.
Yeah,
So
well, and you've probably got a built-in bias too if you like Winnie the Pooh at all. But
Yeah.
that's the thing; it's made for those people, and it's made for people that will like. I read one headline that was like, "Christopher Robin is literally just a giant hug of a movie," and I was like, "That's pretty accurate. That's what it is."
It's just a big hug.
So
I was
don't
very
know.
happy with it.
I really liked it.
Matt, let's do your honorable mentions first. Okay. If you're not broken over there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I dropped my water. My honorable mentions. Okay, so this week I finished. Right, first I'm gonna talk about Celeste, which is a really cool Nintendo Switch game. If you have a Nintendo Switch, I think it's only like $20 or $25. I don't know. But it's a really fun, just like it's a really hard platformer basically, and it's got like a cute, like artsy 8-bit style or whatever, 16-bit. I don't know my fucking graphic terminology, but it's a really fun, like lighthearted game that you think you're kind of just playing because it's like got like fun gameplay and you're just like you know pick it up and play whatever. But it's really like this from the start, but it's so much deeper than I thought that it would be. Even reading like reviews beforehand where people mentioned that it was going to be a deep game, this game completely caught me off guard. And by the time I beat it, I was like, holy shit, this is like a really good story.
The story is good?
The story is like phenomenal, and it's still simple. It's not like it gets into dark places, but it treads kind of lightly through them because I think the game is probably rated E or T or whatever. But it deals with like this whole thing about like mental health and kind of just struggling with like self-identity and just different things like that. And basically the synopsis of it, basically you're just climbing up this mountain that like it manifests all of like your fears and worries into like physical tangible things. So you're this girl that's just she's kind of depressed and she's climbing up this mountain, and basically like this like ghost like dark side version of her like basically pops out once she starts climbing up the mountain and is like giving her shit throughout the whole thing. And the game is about her dealing with that like physical thing, but then also in her head and like all this like these worries she has. And basically like I said, it caught me off guard so much, and the game was just so much fun to play. And don't get me wrong, it's frustrating. It's a very hard game. By the end they give you a death counter at the end of the game, and I think I died 3,000 times.
Jeez.
Which was about like twice as much as Angelo. I think Angelo died like 1,800, whatever.
Wow.
Okay, but we there's also strawberries you collect, and I think I had like 98 and Angelo had like 50. So I was going for like the really hard strawberries that I would just get stuck on. It's a really fun game though. I'd give this a 9 out of 10. It's really, really good. If you have a Switch, you should definitely play it. I also finished Altered Carbon, which my thing about this show, when I started it, I loved it. The first 4 I think it was about the first 4 episodes. Really, really good. It starts off with this mystery. Not to even really get into it, but it's a murder mystery basically. And the main character, what's his face from House of Cards or whatever. His name's Kovac.
And
I think
Suicide
Kovac.
Squad.
Wait, aren't they?
Fuck Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
They're replacing the main character.
Well, so here's the way, and this isn't really spoilers, but the whole, not the premise of the show, but like one of the big things in the show is that your body is just called a sleeve,
Oh.
and you can switch sleeves at any point. Like whenever they show flashbacks
like
of
that.
him, he's a completely
Okay.
different person. And so that's the way they're doing it,
Oh, wow.
without giving anything away. This next
That's
season, he's
interesting.
going to be in a different body.
Yeah.
And that stuff's really interesting and really cool, and the murder mystery part of it was really cool. But about at episode 5, they start getting too much into his past, and the story just opens up in this big convoluted mess with his sister and all this other weird stuff. And honestly, it lost me so much at that point, to where by the time I was watching the last episode, I couldn't even really like be sitting here thinking like, I don't know if this is good anymore. I'm just so not interested in it,
Right.
and I just have to finish it. And that's the thing, like the beginning of the show I'd give like an 8.5 really, because it was like so good, and visually it's awesome. I mean, the comparisons to Blade Runner are like impossible to ignore, just visually anyway. but it lost me so much, and I think, like, honestly, I'd probably give this like a 6 by the time I'm done with it. I'll watch the next season though.
Right.
I'm interested enough in some of the threads it opens up. But yeah, it's kind of hard to recommend it to anybody just because you really do have to like sludge through the second half of this show. And for just, in my opinion, like very little payoff of anything except for like how cool, how like visually it looks. So.
Right.
But yes, that's what I did. I finally finished some stuff this week.
Bailey?
I finished Better Call Saul. Well,
Very good ending, right?
Congrats. Do you finally get when Tyler like sits on the sofa and he's just like kicking his foot what he's doing?
yeah. No, I do. The funny thing is I was telling Mary the other day because I didn't get to talk to her about it, but the name of the last episode makes so much sense when you finish the last episode. But at the very end, I saw him doing that, and one of the characters just kind of goes crazy in the last episode. So I was just confused when he was starting it, and I was just like, what the hell? Like,
It's
why is
fucked
this
up.
happening? And then, like, over time, you start realizing what he's doing, and then it just goes silent and something happens, and I'm not going to spoil anything if you have not finished it, but it is an amazing ending to that season,
really
and
good.
it makes it, I'm even more excited to see what's going to happen next, because I can't even imagine what's going to happen next at this point with a lot of the characters in the show. So I don't know, the fact that they have an actual good spin-off TV show for a show that was already so amazing is so crazy in my mind,
just makes no
because
sense
there's
how good
no
Better Call Saul
well, that's
is.
the
Weird,
thing,
yeah.
it has no right to be as good as it is, but it's the casting and everything they have, all the aspects of that show are amazing, which it just, the fact that they never have spin-offs like that blows my mind. So I'm very excited for the new season, which is coming out very soon. I think it's in like a week, actually.
Really?
Right?
Yeah. It's a big-
This coming Monday.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so be ready for that.
I might have to rewatch the last few
It's
episodes.
this Monday?
Yeah.
All right, we're all watching it.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Y'all have AMC?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
I
Well,
got it.
all right, you'll hear
Well,
about
man,
that next
fucking
week.
Movie
So.
Monday.
But that's all I got.
I mean, TV show Monday.
I'm going to go because I'm going to close out the show, so I'm just going to do mine real quick, and then you can go, and then we can finish up.
Sounds
you know?
good.
I don't want to just do all me at the end, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
too much.
Oh,
Have a
too
little
much
thoughtful.
of you.
Have a
We
little-
don't want that either.
Selfless.
Have a little Omar in between. But yeah, last Sunday, I saw this movie called Blind Spotting. It was very, very good. It has, you know the guy that was the teacher in Wonder? He was
Oh,
one
yeah,
of
the
the
guy
yeah,
with
he's
the like
cool.
crazy hair.
Yeah, he's one of the main characters. He's in Hamilton too. Like he's one of the main guys
Oh,
in
okay.
that like Broadway production or whatever, or he was. It was a really good movie. It's a lot. It's very like political and racial, I guess, but in a good way. It's more about just like not judging people by how they appear to be and whatnot. But I thought it was very, very good and very unique. I finished Barry season 1. I would recommend that to all of you.
I was thinking about starting that, honestly.
It reminds me a lot. I mean, people compare it a lot to Breaking Bad, but I would compare it a lot to Dexter too. It's almost like if you mix the two.
That's a really fucking good show.
Parts of it are.
Well, until
There-
the last
there-
season.
but
Want
there-
to watch Dexter? Watch season 1, 4, 7, and
Yeah,
2.
pretty much. There are like the character of Barry. A lot of his mannerisms and the way that he is reminds you of a lot of different aspects of Dexter, which you would see when you watch it. It's I don't know. It's only 8 episodes, Barry, so it's very watchable and quick. I also watched the Studio Ghibli movie My Neighbor Totoro, which I would recommend to all of you because all of their movies are great and make you feel lots of emotions and are very creative. And I mean, y'all
Is
like
that movie? What's that movie on Netflix with the girl with red hair?
you
know what it-
Mary and the Wild Witchflower.
Is that Studio?
No,
Isn't it somebody
it's-
from?
Yeah,
okay.
it's someone from.
I've
Studio
heard that
Ghibli.
movie's really, really good.
Yeah,
I was about to watch the other
That's
night.
the thing. Pretty much, I would say like besides Pixar, they are the best in the game at animations and making things look good and just telling very deep and unique stories. I mean, Spirited Away is one of my favorite movies that I know y'all haven't seen either.
Is it
but
weird that I've never seen any Studio Ghibli movies?
you would love all of them?
Yeah.
But yeah, My Neighbor Totoro was a very, very sweet, enjoyable movie. Omar.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, last weekend I had nothing. So I promised you guys I'd have a couple things this
I
week.
mean, you brought
Dang.
more than enough.
More than enough. So yeah, I watched a movie called Seven. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it.
I have, actually.
Brad Pitt,
I've never
Morgan
seen it.
Freeman. Kevin
The funny
Spacey.
thing is, was
Dude,
that added
Mary.
to Netflix or something recently?
Yeah,
Because
it
I was
was.
about to watch it too.
It's so fucking creepy, but it hits
That's
you out
when
of
he's
nowhere.
like, "What's in the box?"
What's in the dude?
Don't spoil it because I've
I'm
never
not,
seen it.
but that
seen it.
fucking
Yeah, I haven't
scene
seen it.
They
killed
have
me,
that
dude.
gif though,
I
where
started
it's always
tearing,
just
honestly.
like, "What's
It's
in the box?"
it's the same director that did 3 Billboards.
It is.
Is it?
Oh, I didn't know
notice
that.
I'm pretty sure.
But dude, towards the end, I was like tearing, man. But the whole movie, I mean, I didn't think I was gonna like it that much. I was kind of forced to watch it, but thank God, dude, I enjoyed it so fucking much. It's creepy, and I'm not gonna say it fucks with your mind, because I mean, it's not that it's straightforward or
I'm
anything.
wrong.
But
I'm wrong, by the way.
oh, okay.
7 was done by David Fincher, who did Gone Girl.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what it was.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
It's 7 Psychopaths that the 3 Billboards directed.
Yeah,
did.
uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And
So
those
yeah,
movies are so
it's
similar.
pretty much the
Like visually.
the 7 sins, greed, envy, all that or whatever. And I didn't know who the murderer was.
See, I didn't even know what this movie was based off of, but it's
It's
based
so
off the
fucking,
7 Deadly
dude.
Sins.
You guys, yes,
Damn,
you guys
I
would fucking
feel
love
that.
it. It's so
I'm
good.
watching
It's like
this
Feel those
movie.
7 sins.
no, you guys would like really like.
I was
this
thinking
movie,
about
but,
at Best Buy the Blu-ray's like $5 in the
Is
in
it?
It's
the-
on Netflix.
in the movie bin.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but I like owning good movies. I
Dude.
almost thought about buying it because I didn't even know. It was
if
on
you guys
Netflix.
want to watch it, I'd watch it again. Like that's how good it was.
I hear the
But,
ending's awesome.
Yeah. Oh wait, you've seen it?
I've never seen it.
Okay.
I've heard the ending.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so I saw that. It was really good. Real quick, I saw The Amazing Spider-Man, for National Spider-Man Day. Watched it
Right.
on the day.
Of
really
course you
good. What else? I finished New Girl season 7. They should have ended it on the last episode of season 6 because I think that ended perfectly. Season 7 was a waste of my fucking time.
Sweet.
And I have a lot of time to waste. What else did I watch? Oh, yesterday I watched the Spectacular Now with Shailene Woodley.
The
I think.
movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
What? Wait, why?
That's so random.
Why?
No?
Well, I don't know. Like I was trying to find someone on
You just
Netflix
wanted something to watch?
Well, I've already seen it.
Oh,
I was just
okay.
watching
Watch
it again.
Boondock Saints or something.
Wait, what'd you say?
Boondock Saints.
What
That
the
just was
fuck is
added
it?
to. Come on, man. That was just added in. All I'm saying is that just. I mean, no. You know what? No. Continue. This is your thing.
So wait, and I think I had
Bailey's
something
being a
else, maybe?
fucking judgy
Oh.
Kathy.
No, I'm not.
She is.
Judgy
Judgy
Kathy.
Judy.
Judgy
No,
Judy.
no. I'm not judging at all. I like that movie, Spectacular Now. It
Yeah.
has Miles Teller in it, right?
Dude, yeah,
I
it's
like
really
that
good, yeah.
movie. It's just I thought it was random for some reason, but I'm realizing that I'm saying that for no reason because Boondock Saints. I keep saying
Whatever, dude.
All right, never mind. Go on.
So yeah, and I also started Castle Rock.
Okay, good. Because my brother has been texting me every
heard that's a
day
good show.
and saying, "Did Omar start Castle
Dude,
Rock yet?"
yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know,
Let
and I don't
the
fucking
man-
care.
Let him take his time.
Yeah,
Is it
no, I
good?
started. Okay, so I'm an episode and a half in. It's
It's never I've finished 2 episodes with you. It's always like I started.
I like me and Matt immediately looked at each other because we just knew.
I saw this movie. Oh, hey, is it good? Well, I haven't finished it yet.
I'm about 45 in.
I fell asleep through it twice.
yeah, I'm an episode and a half in. I'm not sure how they release. I think the first release they released 3 episodes at a time.
How was it though?
And then they just released the 4th episode, but it's really fucking interesting. It's so creepy. Just not knowing like what's to come or whatever. And
Right.
it's got like such a creepy vibe. Not so much happens in the first episode. But you could just tell like it's gonna be a fucking ride. Halfway through the 2nd episode though, you start kind of seeing
What happened?
Wait, what happened?
I don't know.
Bailey's like dying uncontrollably.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because Omar is just like, it's really fucking interesting. You don't know what's gonna happen. And I'm like, you don't know what's
Because
gonna happen.
I don't want to ruin too much. No. Fuck off and fuck you. I don't want to ruin it or anything in any way, but I don't know. It just like not too much happens in the first episode, but the way it sets it up and the whole vibe. Honestly, the first 5 minutes, it just like you could tell what vibe it's gonna be heading into.
It's got the
from
one
it.
of the Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
That's
his
it.
first name though? I know he's a Skarsgård.
Alan.
Alex.
Let's
Al-
call him
Alan. You think the boy's name is Alan?
Thicke.
No,
is
he's
the
not.
lead
No,
guy in
Alex.
Castle
Alex is the one that played
Mute.
No, that's not
Tarzan.
Alex. No.
Right, it's not Alex.
man who
right.
can't
No,
bend
it's-
his
Alexander.
knees.
That's what you're having confused. Because
No,
I've
I'm not-
never heard of
I don't
him
have
as
him
Alex.
confused. Tyler said Alex.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's Alex. No, I think
You
he's
said
Alan.
He's
Yeah,
not,
let's just
he's
call him
not
Alan.
I
Or
don't
Tim.
think. Either way, he's a Skarsgård. But
Yeah,
he's a creepy
he's
looking
the
dude.
creepiest thing about it.
Bill. His name is fucking Bill.
There you go.
Okay, so yeah, they find him in a fucking cell or whatever.
So William.
It's what? Anyways, it starts in a prison, right? They find him in the prison, but he's not a prisoner. They just find him in the prison.
just there?
And he's been there for years.
He chose to be in a prison for no reason.
You've got no idea what the fuck's going on, right? and when they ask him what his name is, he says his name, Alan, and no, I forgot honestly what name he used, but the name he uses is the name of a lawyer, and the way the show starts is it's with the lawyer as a kid, and they find him or whatever, and he's like lost, and you've got no idea what the fuck's going on, but it's just so interesting and so creepy.
So you'd recommend it then?
Yeah, honestly, I would. Yeah, I think
is this a
you guys would
Hulu
like it.
original?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
So far I think they have 4 episodes. I don't know what rate they're going at because, like I said, when they first released, they released 3 episodes at a time, and I think they just released episode 4. What the fuck are you doing, Angelo? What? Like, were you supposed to scare us?
I'm done with our producer. He's
Honestly,
done nothing.
beyond done.
Next time Mary's sitting
My
here, you can
God.
go fucking.
Are y'all ready to send this out?
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
think
big
so.
this
time.
out.
Let's do it.
All right, so that was episode 17 of the weekly show. If you like what we do, we're on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, not Spotify, and on social media, we are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at MissTheBusPod or MissTheBus. You search it, we're there. We hope you had a grand time listening to this.
Mm-hmm.
Send us fun emails.
Yeah, nobody
Look.
emailed and nobody fucking
You guys
iTunes
suck.
reviewed. Nick, Mark,
Nick? Look, Nick, all right? We look forward to your emails
Nick's
every
like
damn week.
Moviepass, dude. He fucking spoils us, and then out of nowhere, just
Rips
Where are
it
you,
out
man?
from under us.
What a comparison. But yeah, we're hoping.
Nick, you're like this fucking defunct car. Fuck you.
All right, well, we hope you enjoyed it. I had a fun time.
always.
I didn't.
Okay, bye.
Later.
All right, thank you.